Hello everyone, and today I'm going to talk about Poovaar Senni Mannan from Thiruvasagam. Thiruvasagam is an oratorio based on the ancient Tamil poems written by Mannikavasagar. Before the analysis, I would like to point out that it takes a lot of work, expertise and confidence to compose anything like oratorio, which is a Western genre, and introduce it to non-Western audience. Such risk was justified, and Ilaiyaraaja proved himself not only as the movie composer or a song composer, but he created something really huge and impactful like Thiruvasagam. Poovaar Senni Mannan is the song about the last journey towards ultimate liberation, supposedly composed by Thiru Mannikavasagar on the last day of his life. What is an oratorio? Oratorio is a large-scale musical work for orchestra and voices, typically a narrative on a religious theme performed without the costumes. So it's not going to be like opera. It will not have costumes, scenery or action. If you would like to learn more about oratorio, listen to the Bach's Christmas oratorio or Handel Messiah. Those are very famous oratorios. The massive scale, motivic structure and development of Thiruvasagam can be compared to the greatest oratorio called O Fortuna from Carmina Burana. O Fortuna was written in 13th century as a medieval Latin poem, and it was part of a collection called Carmina Burana. O Fortuna means of fate, and an individual is complaining about the inescapable power of fate. Whereas the Thiruvasagam is the psychological journey of an individual through various stages of his life. Please correct me if I'm wrong here. Alright, let's get started with the analysis. The structure of Thiruvasagam is rather complicated and very sophisticated, but after watching this video you will find it very logical and coherent. It has two parts. The first part will have structure A, B, A. Then we'll have a central part where we will modulate and explore variety of keys. And the second part will have two orchestral interludes, one short, one long, two climaxes resembling each other, and two new verses. And the conclusion returning to the main themes. So this is theme A, and let's call it a dark revelation. It has some feeling of acceptance of someone's mortality. In some sources, scholars claim that this theme has the Gregorian chants influence. However, I personally don't find Gregorian chants there, as I find Middle Eastern influence there, based on this, which is frequently used in the Middle Eastern music. I'm not saying I'm right here, and I would like to know Ilaiyaraaja's source opinion on that. What actually did he want to write here, Gregorian or Middle Eastern? Especially this parallel motion of the fourth tells me it has something to do with the Middle East. So the theme B reminds the theme A because it has the same motives, same structure. It keeps developing. We get this beautiful harmonic melody. Please remember this harmonic melody because we'll come back to this in the second part. And listen to the central modulation. even if you want to create a modulation. Can you create such a journey through so many keys? Such a chromatic intonation will represent the disheartenment and hopelessness. After this amazing modulation, Ilayaraja skillfully will return you to the harmonic melody, which we already talked about, which leads us to, again, dark revelation theme and the Poovaar Senni theme. The difference between Poovaar Senni in the second and in the first part is that it has different lyrics and also the response melody. It has the harmonic element, and in the second part it doesn't. Ilayaraja tells us that intensity is going to get built up. You see what all you can do if you know the musical language. You see the intensity is increasing, the tempo is slightly faster. We have conversations between woodwinds and the strings. New verse, let's call it C, will have hopeful intonations. I'm saying this because the melody moves to the higher register and we have more active rhythmic pattern. I'm very curious what he's saying this on the highest note, which is expressive singing, powerful exclamations, choir responding to the soloist. Maybe he's saying, I could have a better life. Maybe he is regretful, but feeling of emotional intensity is definitely there. Did you hear that? Yee. That was such a cadence, and harmonic melody comes there to remind us, yes, we are mortal human beings, don't forget that. We will all die. Just pay attention to this cello line. This is the second climax. It resembles the first climax. It also returns to the harmonic melody. And then we have Poovaar Senni theme for the last time, and it sounds defeated, collapsed, or broken. What to say? It's an amazing work. It's an incredible in the ideas, in the structure, in the music behind. It's a masterpiece. We can only guess what it takes to compose anything like that. And that was just Poovaar Senni Mannan.